everybody, so you've just missed all the unloading. There was no way we were going to get any content unloading it. It was just too much going on. This is for a company that we work for. These are some Kempower AC and DC chargers, which they've literally, the truck's just dropped it off and they've just driven off. So I've just got to kind of go through these packing lists, make sure we've got everything that we need here. I mean, to be fair, the truck driver has gone, so it's too late now. This is the problem, because they're in such a hurry. They've got X amount of parcels they've got to deliver. He's not going to wait around while you cut all of these open to check, so they just dump it and go. God, this is a phone call I don't want to have. Oh, he's hung up now. Yeah, so we've got to go through these, check we've got everything, and then we've got to work out where it's all going to go and how we're going to position all of this. Hello. Hi, how you doing, fella? Sounds like a plan. Thanks for helping out, man. I appreciate it. We've got a bunch of guys which we're putting through our highways training. So what happens is once you get your electrical, in fact, I've got a wallet, I'll show you. Once you get your normal sort of CSCS card, you then get one of those, which is basically a highways card. So you're just a highways operative. So I'm putting all the guys, I pay for it, and I put all the guys through their highways training. So they start from, you know, the bare bones and they work their way up. And Jay's got his site assessment next week, but there's been a bit of back and forth to get that over the line, so I'm quite glad that's happening next week. So anyway, there's a lot of paperwork. Right, let's check all this stuff. I didn't bring a drill with me because I didn't think I'd need tools, but I bought my little satchel and I thought that'd be enough. I could go over to the other depot and they have got a drill over there. It doesn't look good, does it? This building that we're in now is one of two warehouses, and this is the bigger one of the two. And I don't even know how old this building is, but if you look at all the metalwork and everything, I'm guessing this building, I mean, it's a disused building now. I believe they're knocking it down in about 18 months, 2 years. And I think to look at it, because it's got a big gantry there which slides back and forward. So I'm guessing this was some sort of production facility here. Then it was metalwork or some sort of forging process or something used to be done in here. And this is quite common. If you look at East London, there's loads of buildings like this, you know. But it is a shame, like all of that has stopped now, you know. We don't produce anything in the UK anymore. Everything comes from, you look at like Tata Steel in Port Talbot over in South Wales, that's gone now. We import everything. We don't make anything anymore. And it's such a shame because when you look at these buildings, they're such fantastic, you know, you think 30 years ago, 40, 50 years ago, this would have been buzzing with people, production, making stuff, pumping, you know. Now we buy everything in. Seems a shame. All right, let's have a look and see what we got. Ooh. It's a beautiful bit of kit. How much does this thing weigh? 150 kilos.
Mr. Big, we saw your little moan up about these cases, and you was having a right old moan, weren't he? Wasn't he?
Yeah.
I've been here 3 years, and there's only ever been one of these cases that has been full. The other ones have just been basically. So I don't like the attitude, Mr. Thomas. It was quite hurtful.
Hey?
Well, what we are doing now, I'm going to give Dan this SDS because he's now got ear protection and eye protection, and he's going to drill 4 holes so we can anchor this down.
But scan the area to make sure there's no mains in here.
Oh, we've done everything.
As per usual.
Not me. Can't hear you, mate. Oh, sorry. He's a bully. All right, we'll give that a go. Just fucking spinning that in a minute.
We'll go too mad a bit because it's all going to come up when we push it in.
I know, yeah, but better in than... He was saying AC. I don't know.
I wouldn't even bother with slack.
No?
Nah.
Oh, so you're putting now. So look, I'm fucking ready to tightened up as much as I could. I'm done.
Let's get a second one in.
All right, welcome to the Thomas Nagy Show.
Bit of an introduction. First reached out to Tom actually because of YouTube. It's actually fantastic. I was sat there in my pajamas watching a YouTube video about Tom doing some interesting work with CCTV cameras, and then I thought, you know what? Let's hit Tom up and see if he can do anything for us. And then since then, Tom's done everything for us.
Everything.
Yeah, three years in January, and Tom's been doing electric chargers for us. He's been doing rewires, cameras, access control systems. You know, the works, yeah. And it's kind of fantastic because Tom's learning a lot of random stuff about EV chargers, and
So are we.
we're also learning a lot too. We obviously love to innovate, and we want to do it with Tom, so yeah, it's kind of what we're fostering this beautiful relationship, and throughout the whole team, to be honest, yeah.
Shout out the team. Shout out Nagy boys.
Shout out, honestly, yeah.
Jay.
Tom, we are the only contacts Tom doesn't have on Do Not Disturb, so we can break through at any hour.
Yeah, we call
You will
it.
ring us at any time, and we're there for you.
Yeah. No, you are. You are.
Exactly. Tom is like, yeah, part of the team, and we're hopefully part of your team.
We've been here long enough, your stuff.
Yeah, yeah, true.
You have.
You have, because for some context, we're a 3-year-old company. Obviously, yeah, just over 3 years old. As I mentioned, Tom's been working with us for nearly 3 years. When Tom actually started to work with us, I think our headcount was like 10 employees, 20 employees. Yeah, it was just Tom.
And how much has your team grown?
It was just Tom and Jay, and their team's obviously a lot bigger now. I think we were at a headcount of like 10 people, office headcount of 10 people. Now we're at office headcount of like 120, 110.
Yeah.
So
with about how many drivers? About
500-600.
500-600 drivers.
Flowing around 500-600.
Load of vans. We've lost count of how many vans we
Yeah,
have.
honestly lost count of how many vans. Before I could name you every single van individually. Now
Lost count.
we just can't do that anymore. But yeah.
But yeah, shout out to the Nagy boys. We love you, and keep up with the great work.
What's the point? It's literally
Right, we're back here trying to get this bloody inverter working. Yeah, you see that's not turning on. So, oh yes it is. Right, yeah, so this inverter's just been a permanent headache on, and I don't know why. All the other vans, we've never had an issue with them. Where's that little test probe you had, mate?
This one.
Oh, that one, all right. Yeah, it's charging, you got 15 volts. It's charging fine, 14.5, 15 volts. So,
What's it on the actual battery?
well, that's where I think we're falling down, because it's obviously not
Some might say it's not working.
9 volts. Yeah, that power is not reaching that battery for some reason. Why? There's a fuse there which may have blown. And it has blown. That would be why it doesn't work. Okay, we're getting closer.
So why is it that when we use this microwave, it seems to kill stuff?
Well, I actually don't know what size fuse that was, to be fair. But obviously,
You bought some, didn't you? There's some big.
I think only having one battery doesn't help.
Yeah.
Because if you've got 2 batteries in parallel, when you turn the microwave on or anything, it's not gonna, it will draw from the main battery, it will draw from the alternator, but it won't draw as much. If you've got a tiny battery, hit one battery, do you see what I mean? Like, it's got to draw more from the van than, have we got any of these links? Because I know we did have some.
What size?
Well, have you got another size up?
60.
Should probably just put a 100 in, I've done with it. Now, somewhere in here, amongst all of this crap, right there. We just need to find I don't know what, that's the problem. I don't know what size from the main battery to the secondary batteries, what size it needs to be. Probably needs to be 100, I'd have thought, but I'm just a bit skeptical about doing that. Right, well I've got a load, let's go and have a look. All right.
It is stacked up nice and neatly.
Fab.
Where's that fuse? I'll give it to you.
Up there. You didn't see what size the old one was?
No, I don't stay on it unless it is literally where it got blown.
Oh, okay. Let's put an 80 in. Have you got the old one? Or whatever's, oh. Okay, that was quite a thin fuse. This is what I'm on about with having a fleet of vehicles. If I had to book in a van every time something went wrong, you just wouldn't, literally just wouldn't have any money. You'd be broke. So you do have to constantly maintain. That should be charging now, hopefully. Should I just do the honours?
Yep. Sorted.
All we've got to do now is put that second battery on. The supply fuse to the battery blown, but that was quite a thin little fuse. That wasn't, I actually don't know what size that fuse was, but it wasn't, we put an 80 in. I think that was 30 probably, which is too small. Because it's quite thin and flexible.
Too small for all them Rusters burgers.
I think it would probably be beneficial just to run this in for the negative. I know we've got red, which is going to have to put black tape on it, because that's all I've got. Because I'm not entirely convinced that probably isn't helping, just literally running the negative off the body. Is it going?
I mean, it's got in quite a bit, to be fair.
Oh, I'm rattling away. Okay. No funny comments, all right?
Is she there?
Got it, yeah. See? Just a little bit of the right wiggle, that's all it takes. I'm entirely convinced that's going to go down there, but we'll give it a go.
No, go for that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're good little cutters then.
That was impressively
You can
easy.
cut quite a large cable, well, not large, but the things you'd use for that. We've got a little crimper in there as well, so you can crimp some smaller cables. It justifies the price of them.
Right, how much were they?
They're not expensive, but £23 for a pair of scissors is probably a bit of a stretch. But just don't tell my missus how much I paid for a pair of scissors. You go so much around the houses that you're better off just doing it right the first time rather than trying to take the easy route. But that is a lesson in life. Cutting corners will get you nowhere.
Well, it wasn't really even to cut corners. I just thought
No, I use the same.
I'll use the same.
Do we call this
copac.
containment?
But it's only got to go to one of the back, whatever the
Yeah, I
nearest
think that's
battery
enough.
He's in the zone, that's why. He's just in the zone.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah.
No thank you, no nothing.
I think you're going to get a fuck
Cheers,
off.
Tom. Thanks for getting that tape for me. Really appreciate your help. Victor, you just stand there doing nothing. It's all right. It's all right, we got this. I don't need you. It's fine. Do you have red tape? Or brown tape?
I don't have any.
Please.
I actually don't have any red tape because
Do you
red
need-
is just not a colour that I've got green, yellow.
Wait,
got brown tape?
What's your hatred with red?
What?
You just don't like red.
Well, no, you just don't use red in this industry anymore.
How come?
Well, you just don't use it. I haven't used a roll of red tape in years.
But is there a particular reason?
Well, it used to be red and black, but now it's brown, black, grey. So we don't really use red anymore. Red, yellow, blue, brown, black, grey, but we don't use red anymore. So
There must be some reasoning behind that.
Harmonisation.
Sorry?
Harmonisation.
EU harmonisation, so we're all the same everywhere. But I'm actually not a lover of brown and blue, because if you're red and black, you could distinguish in low light, even if it was a really dimly lit room, which fair enough, you shouldn't be working in those conditions. But in low light levels, it was very easy to distinguish red and black. Brown, black, grey are very, very similar in colour in low light. So I'm not I don't know, red and black just worked, and everybody, even the dumbest individual, knew red was the angry wire. You know, everybody knew that, but brown and blue, not so much now. So, but that's EU harmonisation, I think. Boo.
You got Tom to say it yet?
Well, I don't know. What is this? Boo. What? Why? Is this some sort of TikTok thing? Because you know I don't do TikTok. Well, I don't
Might
want
bring the boom when we get these 2 batteries.
Sorry, little mushroom cloud over Staples Corner, yeah. What do you need so many charging leads for?
It's the charges of that. Charges the reversing camera. What's the other one do? Got to charge tablet. Got to charge the walkie-talkie.
True.
I don't need to do it no more. So I have power in the back. I can have a charging docking station up here. Alright, what we've got to do is now get that one on there.
Oh yeah, we've got to put that one on.
Yeah, I thought you might be doing that time when I'm in there on my knees.
Well,
but
no, it's just I was monitoring and assessing the situation.
Was it 10? Is that 10mm spanner up there? Right, are we ready?
Hang on.
To be fair, it shouldn't really matter because they're already on the ground anyway. I'm going to do it, Tom.
Yeah, go on. In for a penny, in for a pound.
All right, sweet mate. Cheers. I've got to go ahead.
Right, well, a mushroom cloud over Staples Corner hasn't developed yet, so it's pulling 40 amps. You don't care.
Say again?
That's pulling just over 40 amps. Just charging. It's more than I thought, but one of those batteries is flat.
What you're saying is I could live off grid for about a week once these are fully charged.
Should hope so. Cool. All right.
So it's working?
It is.
Well, it worked last time as well. It's whether it continues to work is the question. But I've got faith.
Do you?
Always.
Well, it's not.
As a
really,
wise man once said, you've got to have faith.
there's not really a lot more we can do now. To be fair, this is
No, just
basically
leave it
I'm bored of doing this. So
I'm bored of moaning about it.
one day you're going to put your rustlers in the microwave and it's not going to work.
Gonna cook.
The last we'll hear of Dan is throwing himself in front of a train over a rustler's burger. 3:10, that's a perfect time to pack up and go. I have to take this call. We will see you tomorrow. All right, we're back in East London. We're over in Docklands. We've come back to this job where these chargers were delivered the other day. So we're starting the installation of putting those in over the road. So we're going to do that. I've got to have a look at the generator, which is over there, is battery, the backup generator. We've got to fill it with fuel at some point, make sure because it's got like a 250 litre tank on it. So we've got to figure out how to fill that up. And then we've got to go over to Limehouse, just down the road, to have a look and snag one of the jobs that's just been completed. Tag along. Yeah, that one's a CCS charger, that's why. The new one is one of those two there.
CCS charger?
A faster charger. These are just AC ones. This top one is a AC one. In fact, they're 2 AC 7 kilowatt. Yeah, he ordered 4 of them. I thought he only ordered 3, but... Right, Charlie, no pressure.
Oh, you're not lifting that like that. Just lift out the... It'd be easier to lift that out.
Yeah? No, you're right. Those weigh more than the... Thursday motivation. It's all a bit really.
Thanks for the positivity.
Yeah. No risk of doing some work if he runs like that more often. Yeah, maybe if you email access applications. Right, I'm going to leave these boys here because we've got to go over to Limehouse. We've got to go and have a look at some column lighting over there. So we're going to go and do that.
And we're not
these
going
guys
to
in
do anything.
peace.
We're going to sit down and go to the cafe.
I don't even know where that's from.
TikTok.
This is the penultimate problem. You're just permanently on the phone, on a laptop. I literally just don't work anymore. I'm just literally doing. I've got a permit I've got to give one of the guys for where they're working. I've got questions coming in from one of the other fellas. Let me sort this first. One problem at a time. I would just go through and just do a new application, yeah.
Include several numbers
entrance to the Rotherhithe Tunnel, and it's got a restriction that it's basically cars only, so not even pickup trucks. So my pickup truck, although it can fit through easily, technically they class it as a van, so it's just not allowed. And the quantity of people, I mean thousands a day, literally thousands of like little small vans, like car-derived, like the Ford Fiesta van, all get tickets. So even if it's like a car-derived van, it's not allowed through. And you can literally just stand here just watching van after van after van go through, get tickets. Like that one there, they'll get a ticket, so that's one ticket. You'd think people would learn, but they don't. It's a lot of electric cars, isn't it? Action! You say that again, I'm going to take that camera and I'm going to throw it into the road, and you're going to be attached to it.
I just want to check. Yeah, that's fine. Let me get a price for you.
Yeah, by all means, yeah. Just send me. Have you got my phone number? Yeah, I've got that piece. Yeah.
I haven't got yours.
We'll do a montage at the end of like a minute of just these things.
Yeah.
I'll go in the toilet, unless you want to hold my while I'm in there. Right, it is a Sunday morning. It's just gone 10. We are back at this job over in Docklands. What we're going to do today is we've got to fire the generator up, because although it's connected, it isn't actually activated yet, so we've got to do some cabling in here. We've basically got to do the changeover today, so we've got to run these 95mm tails into the main switch and basically include the generator and see if we can power down, and hopefully the changeover switch will kick in and it'll power the building, hopefully. But the generator currently has got no fuel, so we've got a can here and we're going to go and fill it up. I did buy, thinking it would help, I did buy a pump, and my theory was I could fill the tank on the truck, put a hose into the tank and just siphon 80 litres off into the generator, but it's not got this is one of those ones that's designed to just drop into a bucket or something. It's not designed. I was hoping it's got one of those on this end and you just put a hose in the tank and I can just filter, I could just siphon it that way, but so we can't use that. We're gonna have to, yeah, got a 20 litre can. Yeah, we're not going to use that 5 litre can there. We're going to be here till lunchtime filling it up. Yeah, so it's old Shank's pony and go and fill it up. We'll take it in turns.
Okay, yeah.
You do the first run. Just use a company credit card a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just put it against your vehicle and.
Yeah.
Doesn't his eyes look bloodshot? And like, he's been out on the lash last night. That's why. What have you got to say for yourself?
It got out of hand.
It got out of hand.
It wasn't supposed to.
Really?
Go mental, but.
At least you got here on time. I was,
Yeah,
you know.
No, exactly.
I was
I
expecting.
had time to stop and get McDonald's as well. So.
Fair enough. All right, we'll be back in a sec. I'm a little bit nervous, I'll be honest. This wasn't really, we can't turn the power off till 1 o'clock and we've only got 3 hours. So I'm hoping that'll be enough time to do the changeover in there in the switch room, get this fired up, get it working on auto, so that it just basically, the idea is it will just sit here full time waiting for a power cut and then it automatically kicks in. Beautiful bit of kit though. 12 grand I think, it was 12, 13 grand I think. Thing is, I don't want to put loads of diesel in this because diesel goes off. It's only got a shelf life of something like 3 to 6 months or something. So there's no point filling this to the brim because you're just going to end up, if they don't use it in a year, you're just going to end up having a tank of stale fuel. I mean, I don't know how much truth there is in it, but I know it does. I don't think it goes off as such, I just think you lose performance. Yeah. It loses its efficiency, but you can still use it, I think. Diesel and Monster. It's Mandarin.
Turns into a beast.
Oh, okay, that's like Red Bull basically.
Yeah, it's nice.
It literally tastes like Red Bull. Yeah.
Good.
I mean, it's not good for you, but it's.
Terrible for you.
Go on, let's get a brand deal. Show it off.
I don't think Monster are in a big hurry for sponsorship.
Hey.
I wonder what that one is. I think it's about 40 on the Yucca app. 39 out of 100.
What stuff has it got in it? What, like sweeteners and stuff?
10 additives to avoid. 3 hazardous. Ah,
I
well.
think I'm going to stick to water.
Yeah. I think I'm going to go for a big bottle of water.
Oh, I see. So you buy me this and then you have the water. See, these are one of their... It used to be LDV, which was Leyland Daff, which was an English manufacturer. And it's now SAIC, S-A-I-C, SAIC. They've sort of branded it into this new it's a Chinese company. But, like the first LDV, which was the new version, ballsing this up. The new company called SAIC, when they released the LDV V90, it was an ugly pig of a van. But they listened to what people wanted. They released one van, listened to all the feedback, and then they released the next generation, which was this one. And I've got to say, it is nice. It's a nice, I don't know about reliability or anything, but it is a nice place to be. A lovely big infotainment system. Nice steering wheel, like it's a nicely laid out interior. I'm waiting for the, what's it called, the SAIC. They've got a four-wheel drive, the pickup. In fact, I don't even know if I'm saying this right. Who's the brand who's got a pickup truck? Hang on, stay there. I'm sure it's SAIC. Yeah, Maxus. So Maxus do an electric pickup, the T90, but I believe at the end of this year they're releasing the new version, which is a true four-wheel drive pickup. It's got something like a 450 mile range on it, and it looks stunning. So I'm very tempted to get that when it comes out. But yeah, just as a concept, you know, you look at these new brands which are entering the market, and look how nice it's. Such lovely equipment, you know. Oh, you got some banging.
Yeah, boy.
Right, have a good weekend.
Yeah. Right, that's 95 mil. Okay, well, 95s. We don't know exactly what size the crimps and stuff, the terminals are in there. So I've ended up just buying a whole selection of different crimps with different size lugs. So what are those? 70s. Okay. Yeah, I just bought a selection of everything just because we don't know what size anything is in that switch. So there's a bit of guesswork.
Yeah.
I'm guessing that's where it says to connect it into.
Yeah.
All right. Powering everything.
That's just
All right, do I just turn everything on?
Yes, sir.
So it does work, but I think there's a fault on this changeover. There's a switch here. I think there's a fault on it because it's not cutting in and out correctly. But I'll ring the company in the morning. I'll get them to send me another switch. This changeover switch here, this simulation switch, has an issue with it, I think. But the power's back on. That's all that matters. So we're going to call it a day here. I think that's one of the alarms in those buildings. I don't know. It's not in there.
No, I think it's...
It is in there, yeah. 3 hours was too tight to do this. To do a proper changeover, 3 hours just wasn't enough time. But I'm going to book it so we come back next weekend, and then we can get the automatic switchover sorted out properly. That was stressful. 3 hours weren't enough. We needed the full 10 till 4, didn't we? Yeah, 1 p.m. till 4 p.m. just wasn't enough. But it's all on. If you manually tell the generators come on, it disconnects and it powers it up. But we need the auto bit isn't working. But we can figure that out next weekend. It works. That's all I care about. Huh.